There's actually a plane in the upper atmosphere, upper elevation also. You can hear that one. This one you can't hear coming up on us. Now you can hear it. Now it's going to bank to the east side of the hill. Here, we'll give it true. You can see that's the county cemetery. You can actually see the lights reflecting off the low clouds too. I don't think we're gonna get snow, but it's cold enough. If they get denser, it might snow. So you see there's the level here as they get closer to each other. Which I believe, oh yeah, you can see the lights up there in the clouds. There it goes, pushing through it. I can feel it in the ground. It's not very loud, but you can just feel it pulsing the ground. There it goes through the clouds, just a glow now, going. Yeah, you feel it. This whole hill, you can just kind of feel it. It feels like a gravel pile when a truck rolls by. So yes, I'm out at night, and I'm probably going to say some things. This is just for the Stillwater Paiute Decoys page, by the way. So I know a lot of people have been posting things and videos and all these theories about Paiute stuff and Indian stuff, and it gets ridiculous. So I'm just going to keep relating as well as I can. The quickest relation I could think of today, and it was really a flash as I was doing some work out here. I was over in the wash, and I'm not going to repeat the story, but the story involves water babies. Now, whatever your preconceived notion is about water babies, go ahead, believe whatever you're going to believe. But as science is finding, they're believing that there's actually at least one 130,000-year-old humanoid that was in the Americas. There's a people here. Like, okay, are they related to us or aren't they? Well, that's the question, because you have different layers of evolution that happen through the Americas that people kind of reject, like no evolution happened here. I don't get it. There's animals here that aren't anywhere as food here that fed the rest of the world when it was starving. I mean, people don't get it. So there's this 130,000-year-old thing. Well, remember I just mentioned water babies. How many of these quote-unquote missing link humanoids have they been finding all over the world? For how long? In fact, when they found our ancestor out here, the Spirit Cave ancestor, and the associated remains that went with it, they were thoroughly convinced that it was evolutionary change. It was a missing link. And then something in their theory drastically changed and then disappeared. And then came property issues and property rights and land rights and indigenous rights and territory rights, hunting, fishing. You hear it up there. Sounds like it's about at the cruise elevation that we hear it all the time, and it's probably going to be there all night long till about close up on 6 now. Probably 11 till early morning. So people have this preconceived notion, oh, water babies and this thing and all these stories, and well, you have your idea of what it is, and that's fine. But again, you also have the chance that perhaps these things did exist in our time. We lived many ages out here people have no idea about. People think, oh, they're just Indians, you know, they're kind of primitive. We got compared to apes oftentimes in elementary school. I could remember hearing little side chatter of these women, pictures of these women working, you know, beating grass or something. Here, see if we can see this grass real quick. You know, some grass beating into baskets, you know, shaking it in there. Some picture of that or some such. And then the way they look, you know, their squat bodies, thick, you know, their parts are hanging out, they're not covered up. And people were quick to compare us to animals and say, oh, they live like animals. Well, yeah, that's how you live forever out here. Your people sustain forever. So they mean when they talk about living with Earth, you have no other worry other than don't take too much and always give back. You'll be good forever. But no, somebody came and said, no, that's mine, and that's mine, and that's mine. And we said, what is mine? Explain this to me. What's this thing? What's this mine thing? I don't get this. Mine. What is mine? So if people want to understand these changes and these problems that we're having in our society, Indians are always, you know, always having some problems, and it's all just a big problem. But I don't want to talk about these things at night. That's the only time I have to come out here often, to just be out here, to hear these things, to work on things, to clean things, you know, to actually come out here and be out here. Now, back in the day, up until 1978, it was against the law. Now, it was enforced in some places harshly, and in others it wasn't. But until 1978, we didn't have the Native American Religious Freedom Act to say, hey, you can't tell them no. You can't tell them they have to go at night when they're not, you know, that's not our time to go do that. But since we had to hide out, people learned to do that. So that's how I learned how to walk in the dark. My uncles taught me how to walk in the dark, how to be in the dark. It's no different than being in the light. I don't have these lights and reflectors on for everybody else. That's kind of the point. That's where we come from. So we were taught these things to understand how this works. I see other people out here working hard. I'm walking on a trail right now. Other people out here working hard, doing the same thing, saying, hey, you know what? This is pretty ugly and it's usable. So let's use it. And we're using it and it's clean. So I'll come back more on this stuff. We're already almost at 8 minutes. I'm trying to keep them kind of short. And I don't mean to be so dark and secretive, but just to let you know what this takes and what it took for some of our old people. Thank you to that guy. He knows who he is. I won't say names. And I'm out. Thank you.